What up, friends? Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're well. Check this out. This is Acqua di Gio Profumo, or at least that's what it looks like. This is actually a fake bottle of Acqua di Gio Profumo that I bought from eBay.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would.
The box smells effed up. I'm not sure what the smell is, but it is absolutely terrible. It's like if chemicals somehow came together and became a living creature and then died in there and just rotted. That's what it smells like. But yeah, this is a fake Acqua di Gio Profumo. They're all over the place. That sucks. What doesn't suck is this. Arabiyat Prestige Raees Luxury Edition, which smells like the real version of this should smell. Now this was kind of a pain in the butt, and I did buy this from eBay. Strangely enough, from eBay, from JOMASHOP, because JOMASHOP didn't have it on their JOMASHOP actual website, but they did have it on their eBay website. Make that make sense. Yeah, it doesn't. But as a lot of you guys know, I like it to Acqua di Gio, and I like it to discontinued fragrances. Put those both together, and it's something I really like it to. And that's where this comes in pretty clutch, because like I said, it smells similar to the actual version of that scent right there, only it doesn't cost $1 billion. That's roughly what an actual bottle of that stuff will cost you nowadays. Oh, what, that's not accurate at all? Oh, well, whatever, doesn't matter. This is gonna hit you with that same freshness you expect from an Acqua di Gio Profumo style scent, with that nice little bit of incense wafting through. Personally, I think you can rock it all year long. Spring, summer, fall, winter, day, night, it don't matter. It's gonna work. Do I think it's actually luxurious? Luxury edition? Sure, if that makes you feel better. Price-wise though, this stuff, an absolutely killer deal, and it's in a large size bottle, 6 ounces. Nice. And I'm gonna share with you a whole bunch of other inspired by fragrances that are absolutely fire. And I'm also gonna do a giveaway too because I can. Check it out, Paris Corner Mysterium. This has long been one of the better Paris Corner fragrances. It smells similar to Monkey Special by Xerjoff. And here's the weird thing about that fragrance, or at least I think it's weird. When Monkey Special came out, it was pretty popular, right? A lot of people talking about it, getting a whole bunch of hype. Maybe not for everybody, because it's pretty strong. You know, it's got a big pop, a big smack to the grill when you first spray it on, but still yet, really hyped Xerjoff. I figured everybody was gonna be like, well, we gotta get our version out. I mean, that happens a lot. Ever heard about a little fragrance called Altair? Ever seen any dupes for that one? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like everybody has one, or 2, or 3. But yeah, when it came to Monkey Special, it seems like everybody just went, nah, that's okay. I don't really want to do anything that smells like that, except for these dudes, or dudettes. I don't know. Probably a mix of dudes and dudettes. So it became basically, if you wanted an inexpensive version of that fragrance of Monkey Special, you had to roll with this. Potential issue there. A lot of times Paris Corner fragrances, you get the idea. This one, thankfully though, very nicely done. And it does seem like most of the fragrances that come in this bottle shape are pretty good. At least the ones I've smelled. Now, they don't lean into the Tony Iommi Monkey Special vibe here. Instead, they have kind of a Celtic snake thing going on, but the scent itself is very close to that Xerjoff. Rich, deep, spicy, boozy, and packing a pretty good punch. And another one where the price point is absolutely sick. Check it out, Gulf Orchid Maestro. Smells like, actually, another Xerjoff. Il Padrino, which I mean is technically a Suspiro, but you know, Suspiro, Xerjoff, it's like the same thing, you know, same, but different. And this one is not a summertime fragrance, guys. This right here, this is for fall, this is for winter. Strong, long-lasting, powerful fragrance with black currant and booze. Also has orange, amber, patchouli, and vanilla as well. Really decadent stuff here. To the point that the way the sweetness hits off the rip could also remind you a little bit of stuff like Side Effect. You know, that kind of like syrupy adjacent scent profile when you first spray it on, with the fruits and the vanilla, the amber, spices just kind of all clinging together, and then all the liquor poured over top. This one is still newer, hasn't been talked about too terribly much, and it's still running about 45 bones. Outside of that though, this stuff absolutely killer. A little bit more under the radar, but you need to know about it. You also need to know about this Conquer by Mykonos. I've talked about this one a little bit recently because it's pretty good. It has this nice cracked glass effect that they absolutely did not borrow from 9 p.m. Night Out. That it doesn't even look similar, guys. Smells like Myself Absolute, and it's a darn good one. It actually gets better with age. Not like a lot of age, but a week or two after opening this bad boy up and spraying it on, it is approximately 33.1% better, which is a lot. Basically, as I let it sit for a little bit, you just get more of that lift, that opening, the sparkle that you get from the ginger, more of that comes out. It's an extrait de parfum, so basically take the rest of Myself Absolute and just kind of supercharge it, amp that bad boy up, go for the maximum power. Still has that clean laundry sort of aesthetic to it through and through, very easy to wear, basically a year-round scent. And this one right here popped at Beauty House. So that's the spot to scoop this. Assuming it's still in stock, because you know how that goes. That's been a little bit of a problem. Oh, they got a new one. Let me click. Oh, that one's sold out. Well, I'll check this one. Oh, that one's sold out too. I'm not really interested in this one, but let me check that. Oh, that's been a recurring problem, but Beauty House for now. Knock on wood. It's not real wood, but it still counts. Riiffs Momento. And they also have the R for the cap, just in case you forget and can't read. Riiffs has some fragrances that sit in my stomach like spoiled clams in the sun. Why are they sitting in my stomach? I'm not exactly sure. I screwed up the whole thing there. They don't work for me. This one is one of the more hyped ones from the brand. I'd say probably top 3 most hyped. Not that that's a scientific thing either, but it's one that's been talked about a whole heck of a lot. And it smells similar to Arabian's Tonka by Montal. And I think this is the first one, I think, if memory serves correctly, that I tried from the brand where I was like, okay, they can actually do this thing. Because like I said, bro, there were some other ones that just singed my nose hairs and left me gasping for air in the worst kind of way. This stuff though, under 30 bucks, kind of rules. It's another one that you may want to let settle and sit for just a little bit of time to let it fully matriculate and open up. Yes, I know that's not what matriculate means. I just wanted to say that word. Note breakdown wise, it's kind of like a standard Middle Eastern vibe, right? You've got oud, saffron, rose. Stop me if you've ever heard that before. If you haven't, don't worry. As you learn about more fragrances, you will. There's also tonka in there. There's caramel, also sugar off the top. That sweetness helps take some of the edge off. I just came to the realization that it's Mary Poppins. Like every time you see the saffron, the rose, the oud, especially when they put sugar over top, like sugar as an actual note, or a leather fragrance and they put sugar in there to sweeten up the leather, make it more easy to wear, easier to pull off. They're just hitting you with the Mary Poppins. They're just giving you the spoonful of sugar to help the oud go down. Just realize that. Now back to what I was talking about with this fragrance, Arabian's Tonka, if you want an alternative to that still packs a good punch, smells really, really nice, and you can scoop up for under 30 bones, this is one to get. About 25, a lot of places for that. And on the upper end, it's like 29. Up next, Velixir Himeros. Himeros. I can't help but sometimes mess up names on purpose just for funsies. I apologize. This smells like Lovers by Louis Vuitton, which is a fragrance that is definitely gonna be more for a particular person. Because of course that fragrance was really well known for having kind of a solar aspect to it. I'm gonna spray it again. Having galbanum, woody notes, especially those last two things. And a little bit of a similarity to Gris Charnel by BDK. So the Louis Vuitton is a little bit similar to that one, which means this also could kind of in a roundabout way remind you of the BDK. Obviously it's not made to smell similar to that one. You can tell just by the color scheme and everything, which in a weird way, I kind of like this gradient. It's not bad. It goes from like deep amber to kind of a weird dehydrated pea color to a nice summery yellow, but it's kind of cool. It smells classy, grown up, a little bit dry, the way the woodiness hits, but it's also green and bright at the same time. And it smells, as always with the Velixir scents, very high quality. Stuff is stupid sneaky good. You know what's not sneaky at all? Freaking Armaf Spartacus. Ah, that dude is yoked. Straight up looking like Ronnie Coleman over here if his rest of his body was gone. So Spartacus is gonna draw some attention, just as far as that presentation goes. Of course, he's a cool gladiator. He's fighting for freedom, but he also needs to smell like a cool dude. Just a cool dude. Yeah, Spartacus. That's what everybody says about him. I mean, you know, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? So in terms of how it smells, Elixir Absolute. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Male, Elixir Absolute. But a little bit of the PDM Altier mixed in. Definitely leans more toward the Jean-Paul Gaultier, but it is yet another entry into the world of hybridized, inspired by fragrances. Which is currently my favorite fad, and maybe my absolute favorite fad, which is not happening right now, but maybe I'll bring it into existence. I will speak it into existence. Yeah. Would be hybridized, discontinued fragrances brought back from the dead. Friggin' sick, yes. You're on to something, me. But yeah, this right here, a little bit more like a real blend of the two fragrances. Like I said, leaning more toward the Elixir Absolute side of things. It actually smells really nice, believe it or not. I know it's easy to look at it, the bottle and just go, looks pretty bad. At least if you're looking for something less tacky, because I mean, it's letting itself be known, you know? But I, for one, welcome my yoked gladiator overlord, Spartacus. This stuff is great. Rayhaan, Nocturno, Elixir. This one, much more low key. Yeah, that one's just kind of taking it easy. It's not trying to look jacked or anything. It's just giving us a little magnetic cap, which I appreciate, and a nice fragrance. It's the only magnetic cap here. So that right there smells similar to Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusif, which is, of course, the most expensive Bleu de Chanel, which is like saying the most expensive Porsche. They're all expensive. It's just some of them are more. Now, of course, the most expensive Bleu de Chanel is still nowhere close to the most expensive Chanel, because they do obviously have things that are much pricier than that. But as far as a mainline designer blue fragrance, man, Bleu de Chanel Exclusive is up there. And this does an amazing job at capturing that scent profile for a much more affordable price. You get that same deep, ambery sort of blue fragrance tilt. Very rich, woody smelling, extremely classy. Great for fall and winter, especially during the evening or more formal occasions. And of the ones that I've smelled, that one is currently my go-to. If I were gonna say, like, check this one out first. Fierte Luna, this one by French Avenue. And it smells like Xerjoff, this time Naxos, which actually makes me think about something. Earlier I was saying, you know, with Monkey Special, that it was weird that nobody really came out with anything. And then this one is another Xerjoff, Naxos, and that one's been popular forever, ever since it came out. And there are very few alternatives to it. And most of the ones were pretty bad. And then basically all at once, like every company decided, oh, well, we're gonna do that now. It's like everybody got around to it or something. So it almost wouldn't surprise me if, you know, a year or two from now, after nobody's asking for it anymore, if people go, oh, let's go ahead and come out with the Monkey Special now. Thanks, I guess. Now, Fierte Luna, this is one of the absolute best Naxos alternatives out there, because to me, it does everything you want it to do. You get the blend of the aromatic notes and the sweetness, the honey, the lavender, and then the tobacco as well. So you're getting all of those. A lot of the alternatives will lean too far one way or the other. So they'll be really fresh, but then maybe they don't have as much of the other parts, or they'll lean sometimes floral in a way that just makes it sound, or smell rather, not sound, smell off. Oh, the fragrance, it sounds weird, said no one ever. And then some of the other Naxos alternatives, you know, you'll have just like way too much honey to the point that it's like dripping with honey, just overly sweet. So they end up having the saccharine sweetness of death instead. This one, really well balanced. Almost time for the giveaway. Let's finish with two fragrances instead of just one. Two's better than one. Massage Rhythm, and over here, Porte d'Azur, Zamaya Montagne. So Massage Rhythm, this is gonna be more of a symphony type of scent in typical Louis Vuitton-esque fashion. Really wearable. It walks that line between classy and casual. Fantastic fruity opening to it that really captures attention as soon as you spray this stuff on. Performance is okay, it's not insane, but for the type of fragrance it is, really well done. And then Porte d'Azur, we have a few notes on the front: pineapple, sea salt, and musk. And this smells similar to the fragrance Porthole. Abso-freaking-lutely rips during the summertime. This stuff smells fantastic. Unfortunately, right this millisecond as I'm filming, it is sold out. And this is not the full note breakdown, these three notes right here. There's also a big blast of passion fruit in there when you first spray it on. Like a tropical fruit bowl, just commands attention immediately. A nice little tang to it also. This stuff absolutely rips. It smells fantastic off the top. It will absolutely get you attention. good performance as well. Now, one thing to keep in mind with this fragrance though, it does not have a huge blast of sea salt off the top, even though that's one of the main notes listed on the front of the fragrance there, one of the main ones in porthole as well. You're gonna get hit with more of that fruit, which to me and my wife smells fantastic, but if you're going for more of like the minerality side of things, keep that in mind. Check it out, it's Mysterium. Wow, I got one right there. Do this too, Cair, also Paris Corner. I've had this thing for I don't even know how long. 2023, it's aged for you. Should still be good. It's been stored in the box. January of 2025. It's still good, guys. Now I said this in a video way earlier, but I've been clearing out some stuff, things that I've kept boxed for a long time that I want to give to you guys. So these two right here. If you want to be entered in the giveaway for these two fragrances, all you have to do is the usual. Like the video, be subscribed to the channel, leave me a comment down below. In the comment, let me know what you consider a perfect 10 out of 10 inspired by fragrance. I'll pick a winner with random comment picker. If you are the winner, I'll ship these out to you. It'll be on the post tab of the YouTube channel, and you just have to reach out to me. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.